I'll call this July 16, 2012 meeting to order, and I appreciate you all being here. If you'll stand with us, we'll recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Call roll, please, Steve.
Crecilius.
Here.
Cromwell. Here. Feldstein.
Here.
Schramke.
Here.
Shadle.
Here.
Tyler.
Here.
Chairman Manchester.
Here. Earl, you have the minutes motion?
I do. I move that the reading of minutes for July 2nd, 2012 be waived, and that minutes of said meeting as prepared by the secretary be approved as written.
Second.
2 seconds. Cromwell and Crecilius. Discussion. Any additions or corrections? Call roll.
Tyler.
Aye.
Crecilius.
Aye.
Cromwell. Aye. Feldstein.
Aye.
Schramke.
Aye.
Shadle.
Aye.
Chairman Manchester.
Aye. Lorraine, you have the first item of business. This item was tabled at our 2 meetings ago.
I move that a resolution entitled, "A Resolution Constituting the Final Report of the Paducah Planning Commission on the Addition of the Renaissance Area Master Plan, RAMP, as an element to the comprehensive plan and recommend same to the City Commission, be removed from the table." Second.
Motion made and seconded. Issues now before us as tabled. Steve?
Yes, PRDA staff has requested that this item be tabled generally. They've had one board meeting since the last meeting that we had and discussed it. They're not at the point yet of submitting the revisions or submitting another document back to you all. I think generally is probably the best way to do it. They are planning on having one meeting, I think, this week to discuss it further.
Sounds fine to me. Everybody get their revision agenda?
I did.
And obviously that hadn't been discussed with RAMP.
I'm sorry?
They haven't discussed those?
They've had one meeting
Oh, one meeting.
since our last meeting, and
Oh.
we'll be having another meeting this week.
And we just want to continue this generally instead of tabling it?
Yeah, it's very possible. I think our next meeting is in 3 weeks that whatever they have to submit would be done by that time.
Be August the 6th? That sound right?
That's correct.
Okay. Well, then I'll entertain that motion if somebody will make it.
So moved.
Mr. Felson has moved that we table this matter generally. That means that we may or may not take it up next meeting.
I would ask also that if anybody in the audience, because it's generally, certainly at some point I will know, they're welcome to call me and, instead of, just coming back down to see if it'll be on the agenda.
Assume that's what most of them are here for.
Well, let's do it.
Do y'all understand what?
I'm thinking if it's continued generally, then we're going to have to re-advertise the notice of the public
I
hearing.
thought we had concluded that. We have not concluded it?
You're talking about concluding the public hearing? That has been, so we've ended, okay, because see, I saw a public hearing here, and,
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll do it for a date certain, and that way we don't have to re-advertise it.
okay,
And everybody will know when it's back on the agenda.
I think that would work,
Which I think is August 6th.
if you want to do it on the 6th,
That gives us
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
And if they don't have it ready in 3 weeks?
We'll do it again.
Well, I just don't want to get jammed up and have all of this fall into our hands on Friday before our meeting on the 6th.
As soon as I receive something, I will certainly be forwarding it
All
on
right.
to the Planning Commission.
Y'all have anything to say before
Well, I'm glad that they're taking the extra time. I think this is a big issue. I appreciate the fact that they're reviewing it and looking into it and paying attention to the list that we sent, which was extensive. So I have no problem at all with the 3-week delay.
Or longer, if it takes.
Yes,
that.
I mean,
Right.
whatever it takes, we're not trying to rush anything through.
Okay. Who seconded the motion?
No one at this time.
Second.
Seconded by Shramky. Any further discussion? Y'all have any questions? I'll roll. This is motion to table until August the 6th.
Feltzing,
Aye.
Shramky,
Aye.
Shadle,
Aye.
Tyler,
Aye.
Priscillius,
Aye.
Cromwell, Chairman Manchester.
Aye. Bill, you have the motion by Melissa and Doug Wilson and Cheryl Harrison.
I move that this commission receive and file the application of Melissa and Doug Wilson and Cheryl Harrison for the proposed re-subdivision of property located at 24th and 26th Circle Lake Drive. I further move that the requested approval be given and compliance with all other applicable provisions of the Paducah subdivision ordinance be waived.
Second.
Second by Crecelius. ARS 100. Any questions about this? If y'all would like to go, glad you came. Sorry we can't do anything about it tonight. Discussion. Thank you. Is there a 100-foot setback line in this subdivision? Which is,
Large lots out
It appears.
yeah,
to be,
2.5, 3 acres.
Although some of them don't make 100 foot.
Thank you.
This house is built over that.
Call the roll, please.
Cromwell,
Aye.
Feltzing,
Aye.
Shramky,
Aye.
Shadle,
Aye.
Tyler,
Aye.
Priscillius,
Aye.
Chairman Manchester.
Aye. Oh, you have the Falconite Hip Enterprise waiver request.
Yes, I do. I move that this commission receive and file the application of Falconite Hip Enterprises LLC for the proposed re-subdivision of property located at 3200 Millard Circle. I further move that requested approval be given and compliance with all other applicable provisions of the Paducah subdivision ordinance be waived.
Second.
Who's, was that John?
Millard? You must be French.
Yeah.
All right.
Ballard, okay.
Like sillage.
You're asking this be approved subject to these 4 things that's been requested, or is there more?
Dan.
It's key.
There's a new statute that came into effect January 1 of 2011 that concerns plats for subdivisions. And they have certain requirements as to designation of common areas, what's to be built, and different items that need to be on the plat. And we were talking with the surveyor before, and we need to get these on the plat in compliance with the statute. And I gave him a copy of the statute. I gave Steve a copy of the statute. So
So we're not ready to vote on it.
I don't think so, because there are certain items that have to be labeled and designated. And
Kathy?
Make a motion that we table this item until our next meeting.
Do I have a second to the motion?
Second.
Motion made and seconded to table the request for the waiver of 3200 Mallard Circle to August the 6th, be second on the agenda. All roll.
Crecilius,
Aye.
Cromwell,
Aye.
Feldstein,
Aye.
Shramky,
Aye.
Shadle,
Aye.
Tyler,
Aye.
Chairman Manchester.
Aye. John, you have the Cedar Home Company request for light industrial use at 938 Madison.
Yes. I move that this commission receive and file the application of Cedar Home Company to allow light industrial operation at 938 Madison Street in accordance with Section 126-109 1E of Paducah zoning ordinance. I further move that this commission find as fact that the proposed land use will not emit smoke, noise, odor, glare, vibration, or freight traffic generation. I further move that the requested approval be given.
Seconded by Shramky. Discussion.
I have a question on this one.
Yes, Lorraine.
From what I read, is it already being used for what we are proposing it be allowed to be used for? Did that make sense, Steve? Do you want me to reword that? Okay. Apparently, there's a fence going up on it now, and it's being used for a storage area. Are we not asking it be allowed to have a fence go up and be used for a storage area?
Yes, but the application also includes the construction of a new storage facility that can house things indoors. But also the screening fence is being installed around the perimeter of the property also.
Well, the fences have nothing to do with what the request is really because it's allowable in a B3. Is that
That's correct, except for the eastern portion of the property that's adjacent to the historical neighborhood zone.
To the what?
Historic neighborhood zone, which
Oh,
is
okay.
residential. And then also the rear of their existing facility, that is the property line that separates the company owned by Mr. Cedar Home and what is to be a future home to part of the WKCTCS Art School. And there's been discussion about providing the same type of screening between those two properties.
I think that's a wise idea.
Anybody have any questions about this? If you do, enlighten us.
There's, if I could, one additional comment to your question, Lorraine. That area historically has been industrial, and even with the company that the Cedar Home has there now, in a sense, it's almost existing non-conforming. It's been there for a long time, was permitted some time ago. That's an old industrial area, so there's been things going on in that area, not just the Cedar Home property, but around there, that, quite likely, if it wasn't existing, may not be allowed. I think what they're wanting to do is somewhat clean up the property, put in the screening, put up a facility to store some different types of information. There's a representative here also that can answer any questions that you may have.
How much exterior and interior storage will you have? And I see the building is 60 by 100. Will you store the majority of what you have now inside the building or still outside the building?
Well, it'd be a combination thereof. There are some items, such as the wholesale product, which we're storing on there now. There are photos that show that would still be stored in that same area. There are some tooling items. There are also some additional objects, whether the historic cars that have been restored, that type of thing, that Mr. Cedar Home has all throughout Paducah in different locations, and he's wanting to combine those together into one facility. We also, because we do have the manufacturing plant on the opposite side of the rail tracks, a lot of his storage is also in there, and we're constantly working around it, trying to keep from damaging stuff and getting it out and separating Cedar Home property from CSI property, which is the company that's leasing. That would help us organize. Not only that, but we've got a lot of stuff that fiberglass situation is not prettiest if we can get it under cover and, or even in a screening situation, the building would provide additional screening along with the fence on 10th Street side, where that wouldn't be that visible from the roadway. And I think as you can see by the pictures, it's not an ugly fence that's further protected. Did I answer your question?
Kind of. Another question I was going to ask you, will this be a metal building?
Yes, it will.
One story, I assume.
Yes.
May I ask you just one additional question or two? What kind of materials, items are you going to be storing there? What type of storage is it?
Dry goods, a lot of the stuff is hobby items, such as Mr. Cedar Home has 2 or 3 cars that he's doing some restoration on.
Are you talking about fiberglass to recreate?
I'm not talking about doing the work on it, I'm talking about putting them undercover where they are
Sure.
preserved.
Okay, that's fine, but you were talking about dry goods. I thought you were talking about dry goods, which I thought had to do with the, with the fiberglass work that you do. Yes?
Some of the tooling is actually built out of fiberglass. And however, to get it under cover and out of the sun will extend the life of that tool. So it doesn't have to get replaced.
This is an existing B3 zone, which is our general business zone and our most intense zone. That's what it is right now. Warehousing is a principal permitted use in a B3 zone, so theoretically he could build a building there, a warehouse, store stuff in it and move it out. That would be principally permitted. What the light industrial operations allows him to do is it allows him to have some of that outside storage. The pictures, and I think you did receive of it, some of his finished product, what they make is, the shelters that go in the ground, they're fiberglass. And as they finish those up, they come out, and some are stored at this location, some are stored at other locations, isn't that correct?
We have a network of dealers across the Midwest that are storing small quantities of them. Probably of the existing inventory that we have of that right now, there's probably 75% of it that is being stored in Paducah. The other 25% is scattered between Alabama, Oklahoma, and we've got a few down as far as Florida.
Any other questions? Call roll, Steve.
Yes, sir. Shadle,
Aye.
Tyler,
Aye.
Priscillius,
Aye.
Cromwell,
Aye.
Feldstein,
Aye.
Schramke,
Aye.
Chairman Manchester.
Aye. Kathy, you have the application for conditional use recommendation.
I move that this commission recommend approval to the Board of Adjustment regarding the application of Concord United Methodist Church for a conditional use permit to construct an addition onto the church and expand the parking area at 5178 Hinkleville Road.
Second.
Second by Felson. Discussion.
Yes, sir, just 1 second. Who seconded that?
I did.
Thank you, sir. The one comment that I do have on this, I think if I can remember, some of the additional parking that they were added, it said that it was going to be gravel through the site plan process that will be required to be impervious, which will be asphalt.
Paved within 6 months.
Okay. And that note is on there to be paid within 6 months, and that is in compliance with the Paducah zoning regulations.
So we're 16.
parking spaces, the number of parking spaces were incomplete.
Yes.
Where does the parking take place now?
To the rear of the structure. Is there somebody here? Like to come up?
The parking to the rear of the structure, to the west side of the structure out towards Highway 60, there's some parking. Currently not every Sunday, but, a Sunday a month, we will pack it out. This additional parking is intended to be overflow, basically, to accommodate some of those, where the rear is currently, there's gravel there now. It's an old playground. We built a new playground in the front of the building, and we were just going to undercut and put gravel back in that area temporarily. The whole parking lot needs to be paved, and so we felt like that we would just go ahead and pave these new areas when we repave the whole parking area.
Thank you. Stay there just a second. They might have additional
Right.
questions. If any. Don't think they do. Thank you, sir. Steve, call the roll, please.
Grisilius,
Aye.
Cromwell,
Aye.
Feldstein,
Aye.
Gramke,
Aye.
Shadle,
Aye.
Tyler,
Aye.
Chairman Manchester.
Aye. See y'all August the 6th. We stand adjourned.